Ladies and gentlemen, we're here again at Real Deal Talk doing the epic fighting 57 interviews today in the house. I'm fired up to have this dude in the house right now. He didn't even know I knew him because I watched his last fight. Folks, please welcome Mr. Dean Sherry. Dean, welcome to Real Deal Talk. Welcome to the pre-fight interviews. How you doing, bro?
Good. Thanks for having me.
All right. I appreciate you coming in, man. So no nickname yet, huh?
No,
No, huh?
There's a couple lingering, but
What are the lingering ones? Give it to me.
so my buddy Zach gave me a mean and scary Dean Sherry.
Mean and scary, okay.
Yeah, and that's
Dean
about it.
Scary Sherry. Yeah, that's it? No, nothing else?
Yeah, that's about
We'll
it.
think of one. We'll get one for you. Because I watched your last fight. And we're going to start there, by the way. I have to. Because I will never forget. And my wife and I, we used to go to fights back in the day. We hadn't been in a long time, probably over a decade. And so this was the first fight, Epic 56, back in, was it March? I don't remember now. February. Okay, February. So, and Dean, your fight stood out the most to me because you upset like a guy that was a huge favorite. Okay. What was his name again?
Xavier.
Xavier. Okay, so he was a huge favorite. I remember he had a huge fan base in the crowd, right?
Yeah.
And from what I hear, you took this fight like with not much notice. So tell me, how long of a notice did you have prior to the fight that you were actually fighting?
I believe it was like 6 days notice, and yeah, I think it was like 3 or 4 days out. I just like accepted it. Yeah.
And so tell me how that went. You came into, where do you train, by the way?
The training center.
The training
over in
center?
Pacific Beach.
Oh, PB.
Yeah.
No way. Okay. So the training center, PB. So talk to me. You went into the training center, and who told you, hey, did they say, do you want to fight? How did that go?
Yeah. So Jordan, he's one of my coaches and training partners.
Yeah.
He just came up to me. He's like, hey, man, you trying to fight on Friday? I was like, yeah. I was like, what weight? And he said 170 or 185. I said, doesn't matter. And yeah. And then found out it was for the belt. So I'm not going to turn that opportunity down.
Did you ask who was fighting?
No.
You
No.
didn't care.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I gathered, because watching you, and this is, folks, I'm gonna quote my man here because I'll never forget this quote probably for the rest of my entire life. It was absolute freaking gold. So after the fight, right, and he freaking upsets this guy. What do we call it, TKO? Because he didn't come back out from the corner.
Honestly,
Is that what you call it, a
no idea.
TKO? Is that what it's called? Okay. The guy didn't come out from the corner, right? Because you hurt him badly, right, during the fight. So he didn't come out of his corner. So I guess it's called a TKO. Jason, am I getting this right? Or am I murdering this? Okay, good. So the ref goes up to interview Dean here after the fight, right? And the crowd's going ballistic at this point because nobody could believe that you took this guy. Like he was such an overwhelming favorite. And I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. Let's just talk because he was all this hyped up guy, had this huge fan base, and wasn't he the champ, right?
I don't think
Or was the
so.
belt up for grabs? Gotcha. Okay, so the belt was up for grabs. Point here is, so they come up. The guy goes, hey, "So Dean, you took this with a less than a week." Because let me give context here. Normally, you know about a fight how long ahead of time?
I think like 6 to 8 weeks usually.
6 to 8 weeks minimum, roughly. You get to know, and the reason why is you need to prepare. You need to get into a training camp. You need to mentally get focused on whoever you're fighting. Right? Isn't this the way it normally goes?
Yeah.
For normal people, not for Dean. So, like the guy goes, okay, do you want to? He's like, yeah, sure, I'll fight. So after the fight, he comes up to Dean. He says, why in the world would you take a fight against a guy who's really decorated and an incredible fighter? And why would you even take this fight? And this was Dean's quote. He says, he leans into the mic, goes, because I'm not a pussy. That was his quote, because I'm not a pussy. I looked around and said, that's the best quote I've ever heard in the fight game. Because it's just that simple, right?
Yeah.
How do you explain that? Because you just...
I mean, I've been competing at a very high level since I was in like first grade, traveling all over the country, wrestling the best of the best. So, I mean, it's just 9 minutes of my life, you know? So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I love that, man. So I wanted to start there. I mean, I remember there was a controversy with that fight, wasn't there?
Yeah.
What was the controversy?
Punches to the back of the head.
Now, what was that all about?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I mean, nothing was intentional.
because
know?
it happens, right? In fights, people get hit in the back of the head all the time, don't they?
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Part of it.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
And so they were complaining that it was like overboard or something.
Yeah. Apparently, punches the back of the head, but I mean, the ground and pound,
Yeah,
hammer fist.
yeah, it happens. Obviously not intentional.
Oh yeah, no.
Of course not. I mean, I watched the fight. I'm not this like major, like I know everything, but I know enough to know that, especially a ground and pound, that it's going to happen here and there. And it didn't look like anything overboard to me. It really didn't. But anyway, that's a whole nother. We could probably do a whole podcast on that drama, right? Because I know the guys were upset about it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
And I got to talk to him after the fight.
Yeah.
I even messaged him the next day. I
Yeah.
told him like nothing was intentional.
Yeah.
And I thought we were cool about it. So.
how was he? Did he react to that? Did he answer?
No. I mean, we were cordial. We were
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Okay. So, but dude, bravo, man. Great job, dude. I was so inspired by that fight because you were just this. And again, I don't know your history. Obviously, you've competed at a high level for a very long time and competed. Your wrestling is your main like core of what you right.
Yeah, wrestling.
And so, how far did you go with wrestling? How
I wrestled Division 1 in college.
okay, Division 1, and you've wrestled guys that I heard that were like Olympiads, right?
Yeah.
Like
I
guys that-
wrestled Miles Amin. He wrestled for Michigan, and he took bronze in the last Olympics.
Wow. So you've been wrestling since how old?
Like 5 or 6.
5 or 6. How old are you now?
27.
27. So 22 years you've been wrestling.
Yeah.
So would you say that that's your main thing is wrestling, and then everything else you're kind of peppering in at this point?
Yeah, I'd say so, but my fights, my coaches get mad because I don't stick to wrestling most of the time.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
So what have you been doing?
A lot of wrestling.
A lot of wrestling,
Yeah,
but you
wrestling
don't.
and
But you
boxing.
don't. And boxing.
Yeah.
So they get upset if you box a little too much.
Yeah, because I mean my background's wrestling. Like stick to what I know, but
Yeah.
I get in there, it goes in one ear out the other. So.
I love it, man. All right, so wrestling was the foundation.
Yeah.
When did you start getting into MMA?
About 2.5, 3 years ago, I'd say.
That's it.
Yeah.
So all the way up till 24-ish, 20-ish, 24-ish. Why did you go that long before? Because you were wrestling the whole time, like in college?
Yeah, and that was my goal initially. And then my senior year, actually, I found out on my birthday, 2 days before the national tournament for my senior year because of COVID.
Yeah.
So that left like a bitter taste in my mouth. So I didn't touch a mat for like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. And then I messaged Chris Lieben because his new gym opened up
Yeah.
about a mile from my apartment.
Oh, that's his place.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And I just offered to help out with some of the MMA guys, just wrestling. And then, one thing turned to another. And on like a Monday, he was like, "Hey, what are you doing on Friday?" I was like, "I'm going to be here probably."
Yeah.
So, you want to fight? I was like, "Sure." And that was my first MMA fight.
That was it.
Yeah.
Holy cow, bro. So MMA fighting not until about now. Did you like what? Like the transition to get into MMA fighting, it was just kind of happened on the fly.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I mean, honestly, in practice, I just try to wrestle and not get hit.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't throw a jab for my life.
Yeah.
So.
And then it was the training center where you started training everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guys there, are they like family? Who's your actual trainer?
Yeah. So Chris, and I've been working a lot with Jamie Lynch.
Okay.
He fights for Cage Warriors. Jordan Bailey, he's also my coach, training partner.
Yep.
Also fights with Cage Warriors. Ivan Herrera, he's my jiu-jitsu guy. And Chris, obviously.
Yeah.
Then, actually, funny enough, one of my best friends growing up, he's in the Coast Guard out here who's been in my corner for all my fights.
Yeah.
And, he's been my wrestling partner for forever, and now he's my coach.
What's his name?
Nick Polera.
Nick Polera. Okay. And so fighting, I talk about this all the time with the fighters. Fighting is not a normal thing. It's crazy. Like to train as much as you guys do, especially at the level that you do. What would you say is your main motivation? Like what keeps? How many days a week do you train? By the way,
Like 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Okay. How many hours per day?
Like 2.
2 hours a day. Okay. And you live in PB, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated? Like why do you do what you do? Like why do you keep going?
I mean, I hate losing for one in
Okay.
anything, and it's honestly all I really know. I've been competing, traveling all over the country since a very young age, and I just love to compete.
You love it.
Yeah.
And your parents, where are your parents out here in San Diego?
No, they're in New Jersey.
I knew you from East Coast. I could hear your accent, bro.
Yeah.
Where are you born and raised?
Brick, New Jersey.
Brick.
Yeah.
Ha! I'm from Morristown.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Born
not
at
too
North
far.
Central. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I knew I heard the accent in there.
Yeah.
So Jersey, when did you officially move out here?
Be 4 years in October.
Okay. And what brought you out?
Just job, and
job.
that's something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah. No kidding. What was the job?
Online marketing and web design for real estate agents.
Ah, is that what you do now?
Yeah.
What for is your own business then?
No. Agent Elite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, so talk to me about what is your favorite thing? Let me ask you this: like, what's your favorite thing about fighting? Obviously, competing, but is it like learning new stuff? Because obviously, if you just started MMA training, you've got a long ways to go as far as learning all that goes. Other than wrestling.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just like learning new things. Just getting better every day, whether it's on the feet, whether it's on the ground, and I just like to break people. It's one of my main things in wrestling. Wasn't the most technical wrestler,
Yeah.
but I had a gas tank and just never gave up.
So, would you say one of your strengths is your conditioning?
I'd say so. Yeah.
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 And then have we talked about who you're fighting this next fight?
I don't believe so.
No.
No.
Okay. Do you know who you're fighting?
Hector.
Hector.
Right.
You know anything about him?
I know he's tough.
Yeah.
He just likes to brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, give me some predictions here. How are you feeling about this?
Feel confident.
Yeah.
Feel good.
Feel good?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. You seem excited.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have a lot of emotion.
Yeah, you're just chilling. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm about to fight somebody, about to take somebody out. I love it. I'm thoroughly enjoying. By the way, people that listen and watch these, they can see that I'm like a kid in a candy store here because I just love the fact that you all seem so nice, but they could all kill me in like 2 seconds. It's unbelievable. Anyway, all right. So Dean, talk to me about. Do you have anything like where's is your family in Jersey?
Yeah. It's just me out here.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so, are they in favor of you MMA fighting? Obviously, they backed
yeah.
your wrestling career.
Oh yeah.
They are.
Oh yeah.
Have they watched you fight yet?
Yeah. So my dad and my sister actually flew out from two fights ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like my mom loves it.
She
My
loves
dad,
it.
Yeah, my dad, he'd rather me go the wrestling route.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my mom loves it.
She loves it?
Oh yeah.
This isn't one I've heard so far.
Yeah, she's probably more competitive than I am.
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
So how much do you owe, would you say, it seems like you had a good upbringing. It seems you have good parents. I'm just
Oh, yeah.
guessing.
Yeah.
Feels like that.
Mhm.
So what would you say you owe to them? Like how much did they motivate you for kind of making them proud?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So this is your main driving factor is that you think would be family, your parents, your mom, your dad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Unbelievable. And so mom, how often do you talk to mom?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
So this is a Jersey thing, I think. Because I literally call my mom on the way to work every day, and I call her on the way home from work every day.
Yeah.
A two shot.
Yeah, 2 or 3 a day usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the way in, on the way out. And I don't know if you're like me, but I think we're on the same page here. She's basically been my therapist
Oh yeah.
for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And I used to like judge people that got therapy. Like, oh, what do you need therapy for? It's all in your mind. Get over it, right? Mind over matter. But then I'm like, wait a minute. I've had a therapist for 20 years. It's my mom, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to get it out with somebody.
Mhm. Yeah, between her and my girlfriend, yeah.
Your girlfriend?
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
she has to hear a lot of it. When she does, my mom doesn't answer, so. Yeah.
Oh my god! And you met your girlfriend out here?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Is she's going to come to the fight?
Oh yeah. Oh, she loves it too.
She
yeah.
loves it.
Oh yeah.
She loves seeing you brawl.
She might love it more than me.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
So it sounds like you got a good supporting cast around you.
Oh yeah.
Of people
yeah,
that
very,
believe in
very
you.
fortunate. Yeah.
That's a big thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that you just did so well that night. Like you can tell that you have a driving factor of people around you that believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
I can sense that.
Yeah, she's making sure I eat right.
Yeah.
And now I'm not doing anything stupid on the weekends. So.
Is that hard for you to?
No.
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 Okay.
No, it's easy. I'm an old person at heart. I'm
Yeah.
in bed by 9.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Anything else besides training that you do?
I surf when I have free time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which isn't that much free
No,
time.
No.
And so, talk to me about coming into this fight. You're gonna have to cut weight. Is it gonna be a problem? No.
No, I'm not cutting any weight for this.
No.
No.
You come straight in with what weight class are you?
185.
185.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you walk around at?
Probably like 191, 192.
Okay, so that'll be easy.
Yeah.
Right, easy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just cut out dessert for the week.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right, so give me the prediction for the fight coming up. What's gonna happen?
I'm gonna win. I don't know how, but I'm feel very confident in that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, again, I just hate losing, so
He hates
do whatever
losing.
it takes.
It's very simple, and we're gonna come up with a nickname for Dean after this fight. We got to do one. So you said scary Sherry. Is there another one?
Mean and scary Dean Sherry.
Mean and scary Dean Sherry. Okay, let me think about it. Let me process that a little bit, and then I'll come up with it, see if it works for me.
Yeah.
All right.
That's about it.
All right. So, dude, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate you coming on. I wish you the best. I'm going to be there. I can't wait to see you fight again. You're one of my favorite fighters I've seen so far. Just because of something that Jason mentioned was you have heart, and that's something that can't be taught.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think you got that heart, by the way?
Definitely my mom. She's,
Yeah.
Yeah, just very competitive and doesn't take no for an answer, you know. So.
And so you think you got that heart from mom?
Yeah.
What's mom's name?
Tina.
Tina.
Yeah.
Sherry, right?
Yes.
Tina Sherry. Big shout out to you. You're all heart, sister, and you gave it to your son, and it showed that last fight that I saw. So I can't wait to see your son fight again. He's amazing. Nice job, Mom.
Yeah.
Give her a shout out.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Real Deal Talk. Dean, Mean and Scary Sherry. Thanks for coming on the show, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Let's go. Real Deal Talk.